Blueface and Yo Gotti bag and not Yo Gotti.
Are these real rappers right now?
Yeah, I think. Right? Are they?
Yeah.
Garrett! Garrett!
We have our correspondent coming in.
Garrett! Come here! This is live.
This is live. This is live.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Diamond Podcast here on the Apollo Podcast Network. Brian LaLima, ApolloDez, producer Josh here with you. The Astros lose a series to the Phillies, lose a series to the Giants. Off day today as we record on Thursday, and they turn around. AL West opponent, Seattle Mariners. Tough sledding right now, boys. It's not good. Offense struggling. Hunter Brown didn't pitch well. Luis Garcia only throws 8 pitches. Still awaiting a second opinion on his MRI of right elbow discomfort. Jose Urquidy on the shelf with shoulder inflammation. Lance McCullers still not back. Altuve not back. Brantley inches way closer. Do you want me to keep going? Or
Chaz
and Double A.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Yep.
Not great, Bob.
You're not good. Brady still hasn't hit a bomb. I mean, but at the end of the day, they're 16 and 15. They're above 500. Things could be worse.
Things could be a lot worse.
So we're gonna be optimistic.
This is the
I'll just say it's
fun
sucks.
episode.
It sucks right now.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it's early.
Yes.
They're 16 and 15. They struggle at home a bit. They like to play on the road.
They like playing on the road.
I guess let's start here. The last time we were here, we talked about what? They beat the Blue Jays 2 out of 3.
Yeah, look like we turned the corner.
They sweep the they sweep the Braves. Then they take 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Then they come back home, World Series rematch, drop 2 out of 3, then drop 2 out of 3 to the Giants.
What's the saying? 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back?
Something like that.
I think it's 1 step forwed, 2 steps back, or
what
2
it kinda
steps
feels
forward,
like.
1
Yeah.
back.
I
No,
think
because
a
that would be
little
1.
two-step.
Because then you'd be even.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I just feel like we're kind of
Did you do the
spinning our
2-step
wheels.
the rap, or did you do like
not
the
2-step
country?
country, dog.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Texas.
Okay.
It just feels like we're spinning our wheels a bit. Felt like we let the Giant series get away from us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Webb and Descafani, they shoved. They absolutely good.
Yeah, Logan Webb looked freaking good.
Logan Webb remind me like he should be like on the Guardians. Like he's a pitcher that's like on the Guardians that wins like if you would have swapped Bieber and Webb, I'd be like, oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Like he just feels like a guy that goes to one of those like AL Central teams and just deals.
And he was headed to finish 8 innings, but Bregman hit one out off the top of the wall or off the wall above the Crawford boxes to cut it to 3-2. I mean, it looked like they were going to turn it around, and then Abreu gives up a rare home run that sneaks out of the Crawford boxes.
That was just
barely.
low. Like we were at the game and
Y'all were
sitting-
there?
Yeah, we were there yesterday.
Y'all went to the game
Yeah.
at Minute Maid Park.
Yeah.
Were you there too?
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Garrett
Was Noah?
No.
Colin was there.
Colin was there.
Yeah. Boys were there. Some of the
No,
boys
he
were
was
there.
for a second.
Guess
We
my invite.
literally put it in the group
I
message.
guess my invite got lost in the middle.
Anyways, we
Definitely
literally
did?
put it.
Next,
Yes,
yeah.
we put it in the group message.
I must have missed that.
Even
Did y'all
John
kick me out?
Even John B.
JB was there.
Well, he went just for the Altuve ring and then went back to
Wow.
work.
Did y'all grab me in a ring?
Oh, actually, we probably have to. Yeah, we got a ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wilmer Flores snuck a line drive.
Hopefully USPS or UPS. Nice.
Right
yeah.
to you. There you
Right
go.
there.
Also, before we
Nice.
get
It's
into
cool.
the
I'm
episode,
just
shout out
kidding.
to
Yeah, I
all
know
the
you-
people listening to us. I forget sometimes that people don't watch the video on
Yes.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
just listen
Apple-
to us.
Apple
Yeah,
Podcasts.
Apple, and
Nice.
eventually we'll figure out Spotify. But
Yeah. Y'all
wow,
did
Brian
invite
is
me.
doing an unboxing right now.
Love
of
doing
the,
unboxings.
of the Altuve.
Yeah. Let's check this out.
Let's check that bad boy out, baby.
Wow, this is pretty cool. By Jostins.
Maybe we should start slapping each other.
Real diamonds.
Wow, dude. What?
Just give them away.
Leveled
It's a write
up.
off.
27.
Show the camera some love.
Bad.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
It's not bad. But it's not going to focus. It's not focusing, Josh.
We'll bring it back a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, right there.
Oh, you can see yourself. That's cool.
Yeah, I got 27 right here.
The Altuve ring.
These are real diamonds too, like Josh said. So you can't even fit my finger.
Speaking of
Pinky
Altuve,
ring. Nope.
looks like he's
Here we go.
progressing quicker than what we thought.
Cast
Fielding-
off. He's
Cast off.
Field ground
Texan.
balls.
Met Lil Wayne. Give Lil Wayne a hug. Lil
Yeah,
Wayne.
dude.
Lil
Tucci.
Wayne. Small guy.
Little guy. He is a little guy.
Altuve was
Yeah.
taller than Lil Wayne. So
One of the-
I mean, that's just great branding.
One of the greatest of all time, though.
Yeah, he's up there in the GOAT
It's
list.
crazy because I saw people actually like shitting on Lil Wayne. Like,
Yeah, they're just kids.
saying-
They don't know what
kids
Lil
these
Wayne
days,
did. Yeah.
right? Kids these days, and they're like Lil Uzi Vert in their blue face and Yo Gotti bag, and not Yo Gotti.
Are these real rappers right now?
Yeah, I think. Right? Are they?
Yeah.
Garrett. Garrett.
We have our correspondent coming in.
Garrett. Come here. This is live.
This
We're doing
is live. This is live.
Hey, can you name me your 3 favorite rappers of all time right now? Not of all time. I'm sorry, like current.
Current?
Yes, current.
You can't say who you're really gonna say. You're canceled on the internet.
Travis Scott is one.
Okay.
Kendrick is one.
Damn, dude. So, all right, maybe you're not young. Noah, who you got? Like Blueface or Lil Uzi or like who else are those random ass rappers these days you kids listen to?
Big fan of Kodak.
Kodak Black?
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay.
I thought it was Kodiak this entire time.
Is it
No,
Kodak?
it is Kodak.
It's Kodak.
It's
Okay.
a type of grizzly bear or something.
Right. Anybody else?
Mm.
Man, who are these random ass rappers that I
Lil
hear?
Pump.
Who?
Lil Pump.
Lil
You
Pump?
see, there's only one little, and it's Lil Wayne.
Right.
That's just the
But then
most
there's
old
like-
person shit you've ever said.
But then there's like Lil Baby and Baby
Lil Baby's really good.
and Da Baby.
The baby's alright.
Yeah, well,
All right, fine.
it's
Thanks, guys.
more about. Thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Well, everyone that's logged off by now, we're getting the Astros talk.
Yeah, now let's talk about Astros.
Hasn't been great. That's just why we talked about Lil Wayne for 5
Moneybag
minutes.
Yo is who I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Saint
ask-
Bands,
let me
Lil
ask you a
Uzi
question.
Vert.
Producer Josh is trying to steer it
Let me
back
go
in.
back. Hold on. You can cut this if you want. Benji Bluebills. Bro, you ever heard Benji Bluebills? All right, I'll stop. I digress. Anyways, Astros.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
If the Astros won one of those last 2 games against the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been 500 on the homestand.
Yep.
Are we in the same mindset as we are now if that happens?
Yes,
Yeah.
because you lost Luis Garcia and
Yeah.
Jose Urquidy
So
within
it's more
28
about-
hours.
So it's more about the back end stuff than it is the results. On the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the results just because of Brian's like long ass list of people that are hurt and injured.
Well, we'll do the health report here in a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Sweet Green. That's a new segment for everyone.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm worried because Garcia looked like he figured it out, and when he's on, that is a solid anchor in the rotation
6-7 innings.
and just filthy stuff.
Yeah.
The Urquidy thing, it feels like he'll be back later on the back end of his month, probably off. Because with shoulders, you can't rush that.
Yeah. And actually, it's like he said it's in the armpit.
Yeah, that's kind of worse.
So
is that your lat?
I don't know what that is. I mean, yeah, your lat's here, but he
lat.
said it's more closer
Close
to
up to
the armpit. And he said he's like, honestly, it's really nothing to worry about. So maybe it is just some inflammation, a flare up. The Luis Garcia thing is very concerning for me.
I feel, and obviously we don't want to speculate and we don't know.
No.
And but
Still
it feels
awaiting results.
if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's the duck, and it
Right.
feels like Tommy John.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think you get an MRI if something's you don't get a follow up MRI
If it's good. Right.
And I think Chandler tweeted yesterday that Dusty he misspoke a little bit. And he's not getting a second MRI. They're just getting another consultation by doctors.
Okay.
So maybe it's not a
Second
Tommy
opinion.
issue, and maybe it's a second. But I don't know. It feels like Charlie Brown trying to kick a football because we've heard it before in 18 with Lance, right? We're like, okay, well, we'll get a second opinion. It was still Tommy. Happened with Verlander
Verlander,
in the COVID year, and like, okay,
He
we're
missed
gonna keep
that
getting
year,
So
and
like,
then he missed the next year.
obviously this happens for every team across the board. A guy goes down with an arm injury, and it just sucks that it happened on a 28-hour window. You lost your number 3 and number 4 starter like that, and now you're obviously can run a 4-man rotation, and Hunter Brown's emerged, but there's gonna be Forrest Whitley or JP France that comes in and gonna be hit in a Brandon Belak who should be getting more props than what he didn't even get because
that was amazing what he did.
Yeah.
he may be canned for dog of the week because
To extend it to he had through 4 innings, right? In that
Cole
start?
had no idea he
Yeah.
was going in.
Literally off a plane at
Off
what,
a plane.
what time did he get to the
He was-
airport or whatever it was?
He was 4 a.m. Pacific time,
Yeah.
flying all the way back.
Yeah.
All his stuff was going to the road trip they're on. He had to like go to Sugar Land, grab like a old spare glove, then get to Minute Maid, Like, and then to be thrusted in that situation and give you innings and really set you up to potentially win the series against the Giants. We just didn't. That was big boy pitching, so he'll get a lot of innings. But yeah, it's not great right now.
Yeah. I think the question that I want to discuss is how much do you think the World Baseball Classic is affecting at least Luis Garcia? So the way that I put it, and I'll preface it by saying this, like the way that I put it is because people might say, oh, well, they're pitchers and there's no way World Baseball Classic affects it, like whatever. The way that I see it is those games were high intense, high leverage, a lot of emotion, and guys were trying to ramp it up and launch baseballs as pitchers, right? I mean, what did we see Luis Garcia touching that? 98, right?
Yeah.
Right?
In the
So
past, yeah.
you have to think, and then in the early part of that season, which would have been spring training for them, you also got to think, like, that's a lot of stress on an arm. But then also a follow-up question with this point is, what about the pitch clock? Max Scherzer talked about it. Rasmussen talked about it, that they don't have the downtime in between pitches. There's I'd have to pull up the Athletic article again, but there was somebody that owns a sports medicine and like sports performance clinic and facility that they broke down numbers and things like that. And they said just because they're not throwing or they're throwing the same amount of pitches, there's other ways to fatigue an arm. And they think that the source of energy isn't replenishing quick enough because of the quickness that they have to get rid of the pitch.
Okay.
So there's like so many different variables with that. So I think it's an interesting topic to discuss.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think the World Baseball Classic had an effect, but then I'll also say those days and weeks that they were with the World Baseball Classic, like those should have been spent in not high leverage situations, not pitching in front of thousands and thousands of screaming fans for their country, high intense. Those were meant to be 2 or 3 innings here, rest, then go back out, stretch out a little more, bullpens, flat grounds, things like that. And yet you're thrusted into this huge situation, which, again, I don't blame anybody for playing. I would have played too. If I ever had that opportunity, I would play for my country. I would. So I don't blame them, but I just think the discussion, like I've seen it so much here recently, and couple in the pitch clock, because in the World Baseball Classic, pitch clock wasn't around.
Yeah, I think that's where I think it's more than just they pitch high intensity in the World Baseball Classic.
Like early.
I don't think it's much of that because I mean Luis, before he got hurt, he came back, he was looking fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it specifically was that, but I think it could be lack of getting used to the pitch clock.
Yeah.
Because that time missed because of the World Baseball Classic, they didn't have as many starts under the pitch clock before they had to start ramping up. I don't know. But at the same time, I'd be interested to look at the stats. As of all the pitchers that pitch in World Baseball Classic, like I don't think there's correlation to those pitchers getting hurt.
And Dusty said it Dusty said it in one of the post game. He was like, yeah, I hope it's not the World Baseball Classic, especially for some of our Latin guys. But then also, because Luis Garcia had to change his mechanics a little bit, his windup a little bit, like, does that have any effect? You know what I mean? Like did he change? I haven't looked close enough to see if the mechanics have changed that much because of there's no more rock the baby.
I think also we could just be looking for a cause.
Well, that too,
that's
or it could
very
just be
common already.
Yeah,
it could happen. It happens to all pitchers at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're just looking for something to blame.
Yeah.
But it could be any of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair point that we could be just
fall in
looking
the
for
camp
something.
to lean if I were to had place blame on the pitch clock, and like Scherzer bringing it up, the scientist guy that you talked about, like turning pitches over and over and over and over again. It's gotta be some wear and tear on your body that you haven't experienced before ever. One, but two, I think also we were just so healthy last year and we didn't have any of these injuries that this year it's like, oh shit, what's the underlying issue? Where if you zoom out, you had the Keuchel injuries in the past, you had the Morton injuries in the past, you had the Lance injuries, the JV.
It's a common thing. I mean, look at the Yankees fucking rotation right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
and none of them
big.
pitch in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, it's just so one, it sucks, and two, I'm like Desi, I hope it's not about the WBC. Obviously, I think you do have a point too, because it's night and day from a spring training game, and we were at the World Baseball Classic games. I was like, this atmosphere is as loud or louder than a World Series game like in Houston, and that's not a shout at the Houston fans, because Houston fans in the World Series have been super loud. It's just this moment in the middle of what is their spring training is like.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Carnival. Like it was literally just like this party, and yeah, you're gonna be amped up. You're playing for your team, and obviously there was rules and stipulations for, you know, certain pitchers couldn't be used a certain amount of, you know, days, and they're all capped by the rules of pitching. So I don't know. I feel like we're trying to look for an answer that's not there. It just sucks that. And it could be a combination of all of it, like little compound interest type scenario. Little thing here, little thing there, little thing there, and it's a big thing at the end.
Stressful, busy 2 months on those guys.
Yeah. So
we pitched till November.
Yeah.
The guys,
there's that too.
They pitched in like, and we've been pitching
2 years in a row.
We've been pitching in November. So like, that shit. It just.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to repeat for a reason. It really is.
It could just be one of those unfortunate things for Luis Garcia. Well, let's just hope that with this second opinion, I think what I want to segue into is like this upcoming series against the Mariners. Obviously, it's the Mariners. They're going to be at T-Mobile Park. They're going to try to turn this into some rivalry. They're facing Luis Castillo. But I think in the bigger picture for us as Astros fans, like this is a very big series. And I know it's still early, but still, you're coming off of 2 series losses at home. You've got injuries galore. Whatever they have to do to win this series and take at least 2 out of 3 from Seattle in Seattle, like it's going to be pivotal because you can't go there and lose the series.
Yeah.
And you sure as hell can't get swept. So whoever's got to step up, who do they have on the mound tomorrow? Christian Javier, right?
Javier rocking.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Belak and then Hunter Brown.
No, Hunter Brown.
Then Belak.
They have
Either way, it's those 3.
Yeah, they have it to where they don't have to.
We're still running a 4-man.
Yeah, it's a 4-man right now because of the day off. So that helps. But still,
Javier,
whatever.
Oh, it's not. It's TBD after Javier. They haven't announced it yet.
Well, whoever it is, they've got to step up.
Yeah.
And this offense has got to get going.
It feels like it's sitting at 16-5. The sky's falling. Everyone's getting
16
injured.
to 15.
16-15.
Yeah. You said
sorry.
16-5.
Yeah. I'm dyslexic. A lot of it's been Yordan Alvarez carrying. It feels like he's just carrying the team, like just willing a team into wins. Breggie's home run, I think, is gonna be big to build off of last night, even though obviously we didn't win.
And real quick on Bregman, he's 7th in the league in walks right now.
He's seen the ball great.
Yeah.
Look, reinforcements are coming. It's almost just hold serve, keep holding serve. And honestly, playing away from Minute Maid Park has been good for the guys this season. And I'm sure that crowd in Seattle is going to be loud and raucous, and there's going to be boos and cheater chants and all that. And for some reason, but that in the past has jazzed the guys up. So
yeah,
obviously it's bring your own juice and just go.
Yeah, and we've seen, we've come accustomed to knowing that this team and this organization is built off of adversity. They fight through adversity better than anybody in the league. But like for me, this is such a big series because you cannot lose 2 out of 3 straight.
Yeah, the juice is going to be there because just the raucous of the crowd. But
that's where the Astros usually play up.
Yeah, they do play up, and I think it's now or never in the sense of Jose Abreu to figure it out. We talked about this offline. When I say figure it out, it's not like, get DFA'd or anything. He's a seasoned vet, MVP. Like, he's going to figure it out. It has felt like the Astros have tried to let him work through it. And across the league, all teams do this with their veterans, is let them figure it out. And when you're in a slump, we're gonna be there for you. We're gonna provide guidance, but your swing inside and out, and you make those adjustments. And I think there'll be a come to Jesus moment where the Astros step in and be like, "Hey, look, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to fix. Here's the Astro way they do things, and this is what we're gonna do from here on out." So I think that is coming down the pipe because Cintron was interviewed by someone I can't remember who, but he seemed like he figured out or started to work through the process of, okay, he's doing X, Y, Z wrong. But it also came across of like, hey, we're letting Jose Abreu try to figure out on his own, which is fine. And some people could be upset about that in the comments and all that. But when you're a seasoned vet, like you're gonna be given the opportunity to right this ship. Because look, I played NAIA ball. That's nothing, and I was a notoriously slow starter. Until spring break happened, I was like, I just need to get to 220. I will get to 300 and over 300 on the year, but I just have to be at 200, 220 before spring break. And that's when the switch just came on. And I don't know how to explain it. Like any ball player out there that is experienced it, you just know that like, okay, I struggle. Boom, the light's on. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's a real thing. It really is a real thing.
Yeah. I think with Abreu, everyone's going to be critical, right? You got the contract. It's not Yuli Gurriel. And we've heard it from Dana Brown. We've heard it from Dusty Baker, notorious slow starter. But I just think, man, like it's concerning because like there is just no power there right now. And in the line drives and the hard ground balls that go in for hits, like most of the time they're above 100 miles an hour but he's averaging 87 off the bat for the season so far. Like it's I don't know. He's
definitely pressing.
Oh, for sure.
He's definitely pressing. Sure. Definitely feeling it.
Yeah, but whatever it is, it's got to be mechanical, and I'm sure there's obviously there's going to be mental side in it, mentality into it, right? Because he's probably pressing, knowing that he's on a new squad, knowing he's trying to do too much. So I hope that he can figure it out here pretty quick, and we know Dusty's going to let him work through it, but it does suck watching him struggle. Like it sucks that he doesn't have a home run yet. But on the flip side of it, like we talked about this on our show on the radio for like 2 days straight, fielding calls about we should have kept Yuli Gurriel. Well, let me break it down here as simple as I can. At this time last year, Yuli Gurriel, 30 games in. I talked to Josh about this prior, and I'm sure you already know this. Do you know what Yuli Gurriel was hitting this time last year, 30 games in?
168.
198. You know how many home runs he had?
0.
None.
Yeah.
I looked, then I tried to find, how many at-bats does Jose Abreu have right now?
He's up to 125.
Okay, so I found
125 bats right now?
Yeah. So I looked at Yuli 112 at-bats. You know what he was hitting when he had 112 at-bats, which was like game 35? Or no, a little bit. I think game 40 is what it was. 112 at-bats. You know what his average was?
No.
210. You know how many home runs he had?
1.
2.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I mean, all it takes he could go 5 for 12 this series with 2 home runs, and immediately all of his stats will change.
So here's another thing that I've been thinking about. If Jose Abreu was hitting 270, no home runs, but more RBIs, would we have the same narrative?
No,
not narrative. Would we have the same complaint?
I think where a lot of the complaints come from is not how he's performing. It's how he's performing, but also where he is in the lineup.
Yeah, that's
where he keeps coming up in situations and killing rallies.
Baseball finds him. Baseball always finds
him. It finds you, dude. Baseball finds you, man.
That's where everybody's up.
Yeah, but that's not on him.
No, it's not on him. And it's like, do you bring him down or whatever? But
yes,
Yuli was hitting like 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
He didn't have pressure on him.
By now, Jose Abreu would be hitting 6th or 7th for me.
Sitting where we are right now at 16 and 15, it's really been the other guys holding serve, the Dubons, the Jolks, Myers of late, obviously Jordan, but
I mean, if Dubon isn't doing what he's doing,
like it could be a lot. It honestly could be a lot uglier. I feel like we are is like found money in the sense like obviously it sucks. We have all these expectations, and we're gonna win the division. We're gonna get the number 1 seed. Everything has to run through Houston. That's obviously all right in front of them, and it's still very much in play. To like I think Josh said, they have one hot streak of winning 7 games, and they're up 5 games in the division. Like that's still all right there. It's just different, and it's not different because we start off so slow. So
yeah,
I just think the expectations and the standard for the Houston Astros is just so damn high that the reality of it is this is what happens over 162.
Right. And how many times have we said on this podcast, like telling fans to relax, right?
Yeah.
But I think when you look at this season, like this season, we haven't had a walk-off yet. They are 23rd in home runs as a team in the league. They're 20th in batting average. So, like, are they above 500? Yeah. But, like, this season, I don't know, to y'all, it's been kind of boring.
Yeah, it's been kind of a grind.
Yeah.
It feels like the dog days right now.
It does, doesn't it? Like,
other than Jordan's like stuff against the Braves. Like,
yeah. Like, other than that, it's been kind of boring. Kind of just grind out wins, which we love because they're finding ways to win. But, like, just from a fan aspect, just watching the game, it's like, I don't know, kind of going through the motions. Like, damn, are we in August already? Like, that's kind of how it feels. But
that is what it feels like.
I think, like, at the end of the day, I know us three are going to be optimistic as hell for this team, and we've seen it so much.
19-8 in June.
Yeah, that they find ways to win and they find ways to get through adversity. But I think this weekend, like I've said a couple times so far here on the podcast, like this will be a telling series to see how they can handle it with a 4-man rotation, with guys like Brandon Bielak. You know Seth Martinez is going to get extra innings. You know, what's the lefty's name that just got Matt Gage? You're going to see him, right?
Alex Gage.
So
pretty filled.
Yeah, and we'll see how the offense does. Where are we at on time?
I think the other aspect, and we can segue into our new segment presented by Sweet Greens. Is Jose Altuve is the heartbeat of this team in this city. Not that that's not breaking news or a hot take, but when he is out, there is a clear night and day difference of the energy and how this lineup operates when Jose Altuve is in a lineup and out of a lineup. And so...
And Michael Brantley, I think his IL stint ends on the 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about him. He has a 900 OPS on his IL stint right now. So
he's swinging it pretty well.
To be fair, like he's like Albuquerque, the ball flies.
Sure, but he also he hasn't swung a bat in like
a
while.
So he'll be back. I putting him in the 2-hole will pay off for this lineup.
Yeah, I mean we're almost gonna be at a point in the next few weeks where our lineup's extended. It's gonna be fun.
I said it on Twitter, and I'm gonna keep saying it. They're gonna go at least 19-8 in June. I just feel that June is when a lot of these injuries will be back, and the team is back, and I think they win like around 20 games in both June and July, and they're fine. They're running away with it.
Do you guys know the team average for exit velocity for the Houston Astros right now?
Is it?
What's the MLB average? Do you know?
I do have it. I have both.
What's the MLB average?
MLB average is 89.
I'm gonna say the Astros are below that.
I'm gonna say 87.5.
I was gonna say 88.
Damn, boys, 88.
Yeah.
Do you know what the hard hit percentage for the league is? 39.2%. Do you know what the Houston average hard hit percentage is?
28.2%.
32.
36.7. So below average. And the last one, this is
I was way off.
This is one for us. I actually like this advanced stat. Barrel percentage. The league average is 8.2%.
Put barrels on the ball.
Astros are above at 9.4.
I was thinking they're right around like 8.5.
6.
God damn.
We only have qualified 48 barrels.
Well, hang on.
10 of them are.
You said you like that? You like that stat for us?
I do like that stat. No, I like that stat in general. The barrel.
I thought
barrel
for us.
No.
Damn, they got 6.
No, the barrel stat.
I do like barrel stat. Yeah, because
that's where not having Jordan in the lineup as much and Abreu not barreling.
So like that's like when I coach my 13U guys, like, and of course, I mean, you guys remember what it's like to play Little League baseball, and obviously I'm coaching select, but like one of the things that I preach to my kids is like just get good barrel. I don't care if you get out. You ground a hard ground ball to short. Like, that's what I'm looking for, especially with the younger guys. So with that stat, like, I love that stat because you don't see that in the playbook, or you don't see that in the stat. That's doesn't. Well, now it obviously does in the stat sheet. What's the book? You don't see that in the book. Stat book.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see that, right?
On the scorecard.
So,
the scorecard. That's what I'm looking for. The word scorecard.
But that's did Bond have like one? You might not have any.
And why? Find Dubon. Dubon has 2 barrels.
Oh, okay.
And his barrel percentage is 2.
I mean, when a player like that is kind of leading your offense a little bit, then you're not going to have...
For standard stake, Alvarez is at 15.9% barrel percentage. Jake Myers, 9.1.
Jake's been
He's
especially since he made that turn.
Yeah, he's made a little bit of an adjustment in his swing, and I think he's added a little bit of a leg kick. That's helped him.
Kyle Tucker's a 9. So that when I read those stats, that means we're playing below our standards, playing below league standards. It's gonna go the other way.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we're gonna have weeks and months where it goes the complete other way. We're above all that. So those days are coming, and to have down offense essentially, and still be where you are in the standings and in your record, take it.
Well, let's talk about who's on rehab stints and who is coming back to help us out.
Yeah, powered by Sweet Green. Okay, this is the
Sweet Green Power Report. What is it?
Was that me?
No. I was. You know the y'all remember the segment on ESPN called Cold Hard Facts?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
that
what I was
voice.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We have a new sponsor, Sweet Green. This is going to be a health report powered by Sweet Green. It's a restaurant, actually one right here on Main Street that we go to. Clean food, great food, and look, summer's coming.
Gotta get that
fit,
summer
dude.
bod, baby.
You gotta get fit. You gotta get the salads in. Hey, Baba Ganoush, you gotta get the salads in, all right? Shout out Sweet Green.
You see any crab cakes? Grab them, bring them over.
I've seen any crab cakes in a while. Altuve's texting.
Apparently,
he's using his thumb.
Fine.
He's texting. He's been taking ground balls, running around. That looks like it's probably gonna be the end of this month. Hopefully. I've liked this progression of it, and I'm excited. Dude, that first game when he's back's to be.
Yeah. Be nice. Hopefully it's a homestand.
Yeah.
Brantley's in.
Brantley's close. Brantley's probably this
I'm thinking
the
next
Angel
week.
series.
Yeah, I'm thinking next week.
Chaz seems like he's
in
gonna be
AA.
next week.
Rehabbing with Corpus Christi.
Lance is throwing off the mound.
Yep. So he's
not a full bully, but
no, he's throwing fat 2 seams, 4 seams, cutters, and changeup. Hasn't started throwing his slider curveball.
but he's letting it
just
rip.
yet.
He's not.
Right.
Yeah, he is pushing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Said he feels good. So
Who else do we have? Urquidy's on the shelf for a while.
mm-hmm.
Obviously, the news of Luis. Hopefully, we avoid a major injury there.
Yeah.
And who is anyone else on the health report?
Parker Mashinsky is down with a lumbar spine muscle spasm.
Ugh, that does not
That's
sound.
TBA, so he's out for a little bit.
That does not sound pleasant.
No.
That seems like
That sounds like it hurts.
that seems
The
like
old
you're locked
lumbar.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, the old lumbar.
But yeah,
that's
it.
your Sweet Green health report, powered by Sweet Green.
Health
Yeah.
report powered by Sweet Green. Nice. All right.
Let's get into
Our final segment.
the dog of the week.
We're doing a dog of the week.
Yes, sir.
I guess it's puppy of the week. We had too many dogs last episode.
Yeah.
Actually, shout out to the YouTube commenter that said when you have too many dogs, that means you got hounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a bar.
Got it.
Do you want to start?
No. I don't
Okay.
even have one.
I'll start with my nominee.
I don't. Who
This
is
is the Philly series and the Giant
series.
series. Wow. I'm gonna go. I honorable mentioned Brandon Belak for being just thrown in the shit, but I'm gonna go Jeremy Pena.
Okay.
Solid homestand,
Do you have his stats?
couple tanks. I think he had 6-7 hits. I don't think the average was that great, but had a few home runs. Made some plays. I'm gonna go JP.
Okay. All
Josh?
right. You said honorable mention, but I think for what he did, I put Belak as my nominee. I think
like
coming in, they said he was still traveling at 2 a.m. Got in,
Yeah.
and then boom, Luis goes down 8 pitches in, and he has to just fucking jump up, get ready. Throws 4 innings, looks solid. He gave up a 2-run bomb. That was his only thing he gave up.
Yeah, to Jock. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was one. He made one mistake, gave up a 2-run bomb. Other than that, he came in and he stretched that bullpen out.
Yeah.
And it led to, the pitching against the Giants did okay. I mean, they gave up 2 runs and then 4 runs in the next 2 games. So he set them up to where we could have won those next 2 games, but our offense.
The Giants only scored 9 runs on the series, so average of 3.
Yeah, so that's
game.
big due
That's
to
very good.
due to Belak. The pitching did well.
My dog of the week is going to be not Brandon Belak, not JP3, but it's going to be Yanier Diaz. Just for one game.
Yeah.
Threw out 2 runners with absolute hose pieces.
Bro, 181 pop.
I mean, you want to talk about dotted.
181 pop.
That's insane. A 181 pop time. And he had 2 hits. The Astros only had 3 that game. He had 2 of them.
I like that.
Hoping to see he gets more at bats.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love
Dana's
Maldi.
talked about on
Yeah,
your show.
he
On
did,
your
yeah.
show. You want to plug your show?
Yeah, Sean Salisbury show every Monday through Friday on Sports Talk 790, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We have him every Wednesday at 9:30. Yeah, he said it looks like he's going to be our future behind the plate. Not sure what that means.
We don't
He's
speculate.
still got one hell of a player in Corey Lee down in AAA. Yeah, exactly. No speculation there. But as far as dog of the week for me, I think Yanier Diaz.
You
But
know,
You're right.
that's so good, and this kind of jarred it. What about changing my pick to James Click
All right.
for acquiring Yanier
for
Diaz.
not only acquiring Yanier and the Maton in that trade, and Yanier was just thrown in,
Yeah.
but also the Montero Graveman trade.
Yeah.
It was the move was made for Graveman. Montero was a throw in, and
Yeah.
now Montero, obviously, we know how great he is. Man, I may save that one. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one.
Or if you guys just want to agree, I mean, we can give it to the fans. They sold the place out of Minute Maid Park for all the home
Ooh.
games.
Did, yeah.
40,000 on a Businessman Wednesday special.
That's wild.
It was packed last night. Yesterday
Yesterday
You know
afternoon.
what?
Yesterday afternoon.
I agree.
That's wild.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, think about that.
That
We've been to
is-
day games, and I've never been to a day game
It was
with
that.
40,000 fans.
We went live on IG walking because we were stuck on the concourse. That's how
Y'all
many
went to
people
the
were
game?
there. Yeah. So actually, the award goes to us.
Yeah, to the us.
To us.
Yeah.
No, I like that one. Let's give it to the fans.
You want to give it to the fans?
Let's give it to the fans.
All right, our dog of the week goes to you, the listener, the fan. Congratulations, dog of the week, to the Minute Maid Park faithful.
We can't give away.
we're not giving-
replicas of that trophy.
Yeah,
to
so here you
120,000.
just get to look at it.
That
this
is
is our
yours.
dog of the week trophy. We're not giving away anything
Everyone listening and
because
everyone
you already got giveaways.
watching, you can put it in your Twitter profile or Instagram profile.
Dog of the week.
One time
Dog of the week.
dog of the week, inaugural, annual
Yeah.
dog of the week.
Yeah, so we don't
Winner.
have any baskets or gift bags
We will
or
give you shirts at apollohu.store.
Yep.
For money in return.
Yeah, check it out.
So, yeah.
Check it out. No sales though. Full price right now. So.
Actually, let's run a special. Let's run a dog of the week special.
For
we'll
you,
go.
the fan.
We'll go 15% off to the store.
Okay. All right.
y'all want to do that?
Let's
Sure.
do that.
Wow.
Yeah, if they
That's
want,
I
better
mean,
than
just-
gift bags.
but we're not gonna post about it.
Ooh,
Even better.
We're not gonna post
Only if
about
you've
it.
Watched all
And-
the way to this point.
So
There's no one
so
watching
then
anymore
We can
at
do,
this
hey,
point.
we can do a code, right?
Yeah.
Beyond the Diamond's the code. So you'll know who's the real, true.
BTD, because Beyond the Diamond type in on the
Okay,
yeah.
BTD is
BTD.
the 15% off code.
Yep.
BTD 15 at checkout.
BTD
Okay.
15. BTD 15.
Yep. So we'll see who actually
See
uses
actually,
it,
yeah,
who
we'll see
actually
who
watches
uses
it all the way through.
Yeah,
That's gonna do it though.
Yep.
that's gonna do
We'll
it.
see how they do this week And-
Seattle.
in Seattle. Luis Castillo.
It's been a good game. Castillo, Avi,
Yeah.
late night West Coast game.
I will not be awake.
Hey, Seattle,
It's a long.
we're a problem for Seattle.
Stop. All right,
Is Seattle a problem?
This episode's done.
Is Seattle?
This
a
is
problem?
unbelievable. I'm about to Jim Roman walk.
Thank
They're
you for
14 and
watching
6.
and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast with
Hey,
Dez and Brian and
We didn't even have
Josh.
to tell him.
We will
took
see you
initiative.
next time.
Peace.
Love you guys.